I got 130 pounds of honey right here. Well, let's make some liquor. You know what I'm saying? It's not the greatest honey. It's not like it's food grade honey, but it's like B. It's like grade B. So you wouldn't want to like go slather it on a biscuit, but it is honey nonetheless. I tested it. I'll show you how to test honey here in a second. Check this out. Go put some water in that. Man, I don't care what's in that shit. There could be 8 bugs in there. I don't give a fuck. But I'm gonna show you how to test it. I've tasted it. Let's taste it. Fuck it. No, it's pretty good. It's not like top quality. Let me try it again. Try not to get all sticky, but I'm probably going to end up sticky. Shit, I'd put that on a biscuit. But it's not like... It's grade B, definitely. You could tell. But it's honey nonetheless. So I'm going to show you how to make a really good honey liquor with it. There's so many, you know, I call it honey moonshine. People get pissed. Like, that's sugar shine. No, it's not sugar. That's honey. So I guess we just call it honey liquor. Honey liquor. I call it Bumble Shine, Mead Shine, Viking Shine, whatever you want to call it. It's just liquor made from honey, and I think I'm going to use some of this to actually make... I've been wanting to make it so long. I'm going to show you something. It's something I love. This is a honey liqueur. It's a German honey liqueur. It's called Baron Jaeger, and I fucking love this. I went to the German club once and hung out with these old ladies, and they had us drinking this shit. It was killer. And this tastes like honey. There's actually a backstory to this. It's been around forever. They've been making this in Germany, in the mountains of Germany, since time began, I guess. But you should check that out. You should read the label and read about it. It's really delicious. But it tastes like drinking a little shot of honey. It's honey, and it's a honey liqueur. So I want to make some. Hopefully this turns out great. But if it turns out too good, I'm not going to make a liqueur with it. You know what I mean? I'll use a regular liquor to make liqueur. Because if you get a really good moonshine, you don't want to ruin it by making something sugary with it. Really good. If you get a really good liquor. But we're going to put this in a barrel and get it going. Check this out. So I wasn't sure if this was real honey or not when I got it. But Benny Buttons, the Backwards Baby Man, showed me a trick. I'm going to show it to you. It's really cool. Check this. Get some water. Right? Get a little bit of water. Take some of the honey. Put it in the water. Right? And you'll see, if you mix it in, I need a little stir spoon. Here, actually, I'll use this. You mix it up real good. Now you'll look, when that honey solidifies on bottom, it'll look like a honeycomb. It remembers, it's got memory. It's crazy. I don't know how it does this. But it'll form a honeycomb on the bottom. It'll form up and it'll look like a honeycomb. Let's give it a second to settle. Where's it at? me see something. Oh yeah, you see it. And it'll look like it'll start forming like it's a honeycomb. It's cool as hell. But that works. That tells you that it's real honey. I don't know if it's better to use hot water or what, but either way, let's put it in this barrel. Put some hot water with it. Add some yeast and call it a day. All right. So I'm thinking 50 gallons of water should be a good gravity. Probably won't need it all, but I don't have a hydrometer no more. I ended up selling my last one. Got hot water out here. Now I'm going to fill this full of hot water and I'm going to stir it up at the same time. Look at my mobile hot water buggy, y'all. Patent pending. That thing's cool as hell. I forget what they want for that, but I got it off TikTok shop. Strapped it to this damn little hand truck. Got a 40-pound propane tank. All I gotta do is just wheel it around, hook the water hose to it. I got hot water. Check that out. Steaming. Super cool, huh? And if your hand's cold, you can just set it right there and heat your hand up. Now I'm going to add some yeast, stir it up. Look at that shit. Now I'm going to put a lid on it. Wait till it's done fermenting. Alright, I'm transferring my honey wine over to this barrel. I'm going to take out 20 gallons and I'm going to put it in my still. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to do something with it before I put it in my still. Alright, I'm going to add this whole container of honey and then I'm going to stir this up. Reason for doing that is I want to try and get some more honey flavor out of this run. You lose a lot of flavor during fermentation. So I'm going to cut out my thumper, add that honey. On this still there's a manhole or a manway, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to open it up while it's heating up and keep it stirred. Because if that honey solidifies on bottom, it'll stick to my heating element and burn. And same thing with running a propane burner. If it solidifies on bottom before it's boiling or up to close to boiling temp, that honey will solidify and you end up with some scorch, and you don't want that. But I'm gonna finish filling this up, move it over here, transfer the rest, transfer that into there. I'll show you. Got it all mixed up. I'm going to put it in my still now. Like I said, I cut the thumper completely out. I want as low a proof as I could get. If you're going to do something like this, make sure you keep it stirred while it's heating up. This shit is super foamy, so I'll put some butter on top of it. Put a little butter in there. Keep it from puking. I don't want it to puke. So, got a gallon there, a gallon there, a gallon there, half gallon there. So I tasted the liquor, and it wasn't the greatest thing I ever had. So I'm just going to strip this run, add it to the next run, and see what happens. I have at least another run, maybe two, in that barrel. I'm going to strip all the liquor out of all that and play with it till I like it. You know what I mean? Or just make a liqueur out of it, like I said. But either way, I'm going to get a bunch of liquor. When I first started this up, I was getting low proof. I'm talking real low, like 80 proof. So I stopped it. I dumped the heads back in it. While it was still hot, I dumped 2 gallons of tails from a different run in it, trying to up the proof so I could get more alcohol. And then I dumped half a gallon of 170 proof in it, trying to up that proof. Man, I had that thing almost bubbling out of the man way. It was that full. And then I cranked her closed and ran her. And then I started getting, I got up above 100. After that, took the tails, half gallon, threw it out. Tasted the liquor. It was still low proof. It was like coming out, just right under 105, which wouldn't be bad, if the liquor was amazing. But let me try it again real quick. Let me set you down right here, boy. Ooh, spilling shit. I get some honey, but it ain't awesome. You know what I mean? So I mashed this in the winter, and it took forever to ferment. And even now, it's still like, it's not all the way. It's not like 1000. It's like 1.010. And I was like, I'm done waiting on this shit. I'm running it. So maybe it's just that honey ain't great. Plus, sometimes honey is antibacterial. So it don't work well with yeast. So that's why you cook honey a lot of times. I have some raw honey out here that I might work with. I'm not done with this. I'm going to figure this out. But I got some work to do. I'm going to do 2 more runs. If there's 2 more runs, I'm going to do 2 more runs. If there's 1, I'll do 1. But I'm going to strip all the liquor. And then I might take all that liquor, blend it up with some honey and some water, and then rerun that. I don't know yet, but I'll let you know what I do. I'm not going to stop till the shit's either amazing or I just use it to make a liqueur with. It's decent. It's just not where doing all this work. I want that shit to be good. Plus, the thing about this is when you first get into this, like, a couple years ago, I'd have been like, that's good liquor. Your expectations are going to get higher and higher. And eventually you're going to be like, I'm fucking rerunning that, Like, you're not going to put your name on nothing like that. Back in the day, I'd have been like, that's good honey liquor. Not now. I'm going to make it great honey liquor. So, I'll show you. I'll come back to you during the next run. Alright, so I had 3 runs out of that barrel. One of them big blue ones. I didn't like the liquor out of that first one, so I just went ahead and stripped all 3 runs. Ran it as far down as I could. There wasn't much alcohol in that mash. There was some. So in the end, this is what I got. I got 10 gallons, and this is about 40 proof. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this full, make it 20 gallons, and that'll be 20 gallons of 20 proof liquor. And I'm going to... I got a 5-gallon bucket of raw honey that I got from a buddy of mine. I did a deal with. I traded him for it, and I'm not gonna put all 5 gallons in there, but I'm gonna put some of that raw honey because it tastes really good. Put some of that raw honey in with this 20 gallons of 20 proof, and stir it up real good. And then I'm gonna put it in the still and run it. I gotta drain the still though, because in between doing all this, I did a corn run today, because I needed some corn liquor. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I was gonna say something. I don't fucking remember. I don't know. If you're watching this video, also, this wasn't what I was gonna say. This is something totally different. But here goes. I'm gonna raffle off my still, and I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna have the raffle date to be July 11th. I'm putting together a festival and a fundraiser for Shiner Sam's wife. If you guys are in the Moonshine, you know who Shiner Sam is. Passed away a little while back, and his wife is having some issues. So I'm gonna raffle that still off and donate 10% from that still to the Shiner Sam's wife. We're having a festival on July 11th at Snickers Bar and Grill. And I'm also going to, if it's okay with Still Valley, I'm going to run this real quick. But you see the red rocket back here on? I'm going to run the red rocket, teach you guys how to make paste. And then I'm going to raffle that off. And 100% of that is going to go to Shiner Sam's wife. And it's going to be tons of 50-50s at the festival. We might do some online 50-50s. We're going to raise a hell of a lot of money for this lady because she needs it. Her husband was a hell of a man. Great guy. And anybody that ever knew him will say the same. So that being said, back to this. I'm going to grab that honey. I'm going to grab 10 gallons of RO water. I got a reverse osmosis system now. My buddy Still Valley hooked me up. He hooked me up with that red rocket too. But I'm going to grab 10 gallons of RO water and a 5-gallon bucket of honey and a drill. And we're going to infuse this liquor. Oh yeah, what I wanted to say was, during the 3rd run of this honey, I stuck my finger under there and I was like, damn, that's good as shit. So I didn't like the 1st run or the 2nd run, but during the 3rd run, I stuck my hand under there. Maybe I hit it at the right moment, but most of it had like a twang to it that I just didn't like. But we're going to make some damn good honey liquor. So I'm coming back. I know I'm rambling, but here it goes. So I still got to add a little more RO water. But before I add all the water, I added a little bit. Before I add it all, I want to add some of this honey. This is 100 pounds of raw, unfiltered honey from the Amish. It's Amish honey right here. I want to add some of this. I'm going to stir it up in here real good. Get it all introduced into there. It's going to be a mess, but hopefully this is amazing. Another scoop. And whatever honey you use, make sure you taste it. Make sure you taste it and you like how it tastes. Because there's no use in using a honey that's just going to taste like crap. Especially in infusion. Like, yeah, you could ferment whatever. But if you're going to infuse, that's the overall final flavor you're going to come up with. I'm going to see that. Hopefully that's enough flavor. I'm going to get a drill and stir this up. I got it all stirred up. Now I'm going to finish filling it up with RO water. You could use spring water. I just, I got an RO system now. It's completely flavorless and clean water, so why not use it? I am going to filter this before I put it in my still, because I don't want all them clumps of bee dicks and everything else that's in there, because it's unfiltered honey, and a lot of what that is just parts of bees. I mean, there's a couple dead bees and this and that in there, and pollen, whatever was on the bee's dick when he stuck it in there. You know what I'm saying. Let's do this. Alright, so I'm gonna pump that in here. Got my paint strainer bag, so I can make sure none of that stuff ends up in my still getting scorched. I've been running for a while now. I got rid of half a gallon of heads, and she's running. Got a couple gallons so far. Almost 3. It tastes pretty good, but I'll give it a blend and a overall taste here in a little bit. Alright, I got about 4 gallons out of that run. It might be about 3.5. That might be tails. And that might be headsy. I'll have to go through. But let's try middle of the run. So 4 runs. I did 4 runs to get this liquor. Hopefully it's good. Smell a little bit of honey. That's honey. Good deal. A lot of work, man. But you never know how a mash is going to turn out. I'm starting to think that because the mash was kind of funky, I should have just used a thumper and infused in a thumper. It would have upped my proof. There was very little alcohol in that mash because I just got tired of waiting on it. It wasn't all the way finished, and I started that mash in the winter. But it finally got close enough to run. Just said fuck it and ran it, 4 runs, but I got 4 gallons. It's a lot of work, and the end product is pretty good. That's pretty good shit. I don't know about the whole batch. Like, I'd say I'm gonna probably cut these 2 jars, but I'll figure it out later. I'm going to cut those 2 jars and probably blend the rest and see what my overall flavor is. I might take a gallon of this and turn it into a honey liqueur, which I guess I'll do that in another video. And I'll just call it, Baron Jaeger. But this is another honey run. It just took this video, it took me months to make this video. It's crazy. But I've been running like crazy, so I'm going to keep them coming. I hope you liked the video, and I promise in the next 2 weeks I'll make a Baron Jaeger video. I'll figure it out, and we'll make a honey liqueur. It'll be amazing. If I didn't get sidetracked with all this crazy shit with this run, or this 3 runs that turned into a 4th liquor run, I probably would have made the Baron Jaeger by now, but I got a lot of liquor, so we're going to have fun with it. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. See y'all later.